the late Jurassic period 150 million years ago. On vast plains warmed by the sun, a new day is beginning. As the first rays of light pierce the morning mist, they illuminate the dorsal plates of a moving Stegosaurus herd. These bony shields catch the light and glow a brilliant orange, like terrestrial sails. On their rugged surface, beads of night dew glisten before sliding down to the grass below, a delicate detail on a colossal body. A young one walks clumsily, always staying close to its mother's massive flank. From beneath the grass, each of their footsteps is a small tremor. The herd gradually emerges from the mist, an inseparable part of the ancient landscape. Its spined tail, the defensive weapon known as the thagomizer, sweeps gently through the grass, a calm movement that belies a lethal power. The gentle eyes of an adult reflect the entire dawn panorama. As they cross the plains, their undulating plates create a spectacular sight. Then, from a distance, they are but silent silhouettes moving toward the horizon. Their journey is guided by the need for food. The Stegosaurus herd enters the edge of a dense fern forest. With their small, low-slung heads, they were born to graze on ground, level vegetation. One bends down, its strong, horny beak slicing through fern stalks, creating crisp, cracking sounds in the quiet air. As it bows its head, its entire set of plates fans out, forming a protective dome of bone, a passive defense mechanism. Several others stand side by side, sharing a large thicket without any sign of conflict. From above, the herd is scattered along a stream like living stones. To any predator lurking in the bushes, its view would be blocked by a vertical wall of plates. Nearby, a juvenile tries to imitate its mother, clumsily nibbling a young leaf. The forest scene is deeply peaceful, with only the rhythmic sound of grazing mixed with the songs of prehistoric birds. As the sun climbs higher, the plates take on a different role. The Stegosaurus stretches, and under the midday sun, its plates suddenly flush a deep red. A complex network of blood vessels allows blood to be pumped into them, perhaps to regulate body temperature or for display. When sunlight passes through the bony structure, it creates a pinkish, red glow. Suddenly, the entire herd raises their heads in unison, and their plates light up, creating an astonishing red wall. From a predator's point of view, this sight would be overwhelming. Flying along the line of plates, one can see each bony plate perfectly layered. Their surface is covered in cracks, a testament to their age and long journeys. One sweeps its tail, kicking up dust, while its plates are raised to their highest point. The herd quickly forms a defensive posture, turning their backs into an impenetrable bony barricade. Life within the herd is not always peaceful. Conflict to establish hierarchy is inevitable. Two adult males face each other, their plates flushed red with blood in a visual display meant to intimidate their rival. One scrapes the ground with its front claws, a clear challenge. They charge head to head and begin a raw test of strength. In this ritual of dominance, their plates vibrate as their bodies collide. The other members of the herd form a circle to watch. Foam froths from their mouths as they grunt and shove, each trying to push the other back. Eventually, one shows weakness and retreats, panting, acknowledging defeat. The victor stands tall, its plates held high in a proud display. From within a bush, a young one curiously observes the entire match. When the conflict ends, order is quickly restored, and the herd returns to its usual state of peace. The greatest danger, however, comes from the outside world. A mother and her young have accidentally strayed from the herd, and they are being watched. From a distance, an Allosaurus, one of the most fearsome predators of the Jurassic, observes them. From its perspective, the plates bobbing above the tall grass are a promising target. But the experienced mother senses the danger. She stops, letting out a deep rumble to warn her young. Knowing the element of surprise is lost, the Allosaurus still charges out of the thicket, a blur of muscle and teeth. The mother's reaction is nearly instantaneous. She does not flee, but instead turns her back to the attacker, presenting her most formidable weapon, the Thagomizer. Tail with its 4 sharp bone spikes swings through the air. The predator tries to dodge, but one of the spikes grazes its flank, tearing a deep wound. Roaring in pain, the Allosaurus knows the hunt has failed and hastily retreats, a bleeding wound fresh on its flank. The mother calms down, watching until the enemy has vanished, while her frightened young huddles beneath her belly, safe under the protection of its silent hero. After the confrontation, peace returns as the herd seeks out a riverbank to rest under the afternoon sky. The silhouettes of their immense plates cast unique patterns on the rippling water. An adult slowly immerses itself in the shallows, letting the cool current soothe its warm, rugged skin. As another bends to drink, small, brave fish swim right beside its muzzle, an image of peaceful coexistence. From above, the reflections of the plates on the river create an ethereal pattern, like living stones. While the adults seek stillness, a juvenile rolls playfully on the wet sand, a carefree act, the morning's danger already forgotten. Its mother stands nearby, ever watchful, her spine tail flicking gently to ward off insects. Gradually, the entire herd sinks into a state of relaxation. One closes its eyes, its breathing becoming deep and rhythmic. As the sun sets in the west, the crimson sunset dyes their plates, turning them into silent flames. The day is ending, and the herd begins to move, slowly advancing toward the deep forest edge to rest for the night. Night falls, bringing with it a deep silence and unseen dangers. The Stegosaurus herd sleeps in a defensive circle, with only the rows of plates rising above the darkness, shimmering faintly under the moon. They never truly sleep deeply. Survival instinct keeps them in a state of constant vigilance. An adult's eye, partially open, catches the moonlight, a silent, gleaming watchman. Suddenly, a juvenile is startled awake by a strange hiss in the distance. At the forest edge, the shadows of opportunistic predators linger, drawn by the presence of the herd, but not daring to launch a direct attack. From their perspective, the plates appear as a formidable, spined barricade. Noticing the disturbance, a mother lets out a low growl, and her spine tail swings sideways as a warning. To emphasize the point, she strikes the tip of her Thagomizer tail into the ground, creating a brief spark as it hits a stone. The message has been sent. The small shadows retreat and vanish into the night. The herd shuffles closer together, completely safe within their circle. Under the moonlight, their plates stand tall, glowing like a line of ancient shields. Dawn arrives again, continuing the eternal cycle of life. As the sun rises, the plates once more catch the first rays, lighting up like towers of gilded stone. The juvenile, having survived another night, is again energetic and trots among the adults. As the temperature rises, steam begins to rise from their backs, creating a shimmering, ethereal scene. From above, the herd appears as a single entity moving toward the plains. A final drop of dew on the tip of a Thagomizer spike glitters before falling. An older member walks more slowly, and the entire herd reduces its pace to wait. A profound display of social cohesion. As they walk in a long line, their shadows stretch across the golden grass. From the juvenile's perspective, it looks up to see its mother's plates, rising like a protective fortress wall. Gradually, the herd moves farther toward the horizon, their forms blurring in the morning light before disappearing. The screen fades, leaving only the sound of the wind and their fading footsteps. A wordless hymn to an endless journey in a lost world.